So let's see, influences in my Magic. Banachek. I cannot recommend his PK time enough. PK time and PK touches. Those two effects, I cannot recommend those more than enough because they're just out of this world. I mean, they're both done completely impromptu, completely on the spot. There's no gimmicks, no nothing, okay? In the pamphlets, he goes over step by step everything. PK time, done with a borrowed watch. Okay, you don't even need to have it on you. PK touches, done with borrowed people. You borrow the people. I mean, they're not set up beforehand. And you can do it with 2 people. If you're, think about it, you do it with 3 or 4 people. You can do it with as many people as you want. But it's gotta be the most, I mean, just those 2 things by themselves, you know. You can use those 2 things, stand alone, do them. Somebody says, hey, do a trick, and if you've got a minute, you can do these. PK time, you know, you can manipulate a smaller, you know, an inanimate object, and then talk about how it's harder to manipulate, you know, something that's alive, and then you do it to a human, you know, it's amazing. So Banachek's been a definite influence in me and my Magic. Luke Germain, he's the youngest and the greatest mentalist probably of our time. I mean, second to Banachek. He's, again, incredible. Look up any of his work. Darren Brown, I'm reading Pure Effects right now. I think that's the name of his book. He's kind of, I actually do use him in my pattern. I talk about him and how he's done these things, and you know, that's what I'm trying to do. And I notice that it helps, actually, if you're trying to do some form of suggestion or verbal force, whatever it is. It actually helps because then it makes them more open to it. I haven't figured out why. But, it's pretty good. It makes them kind of believe it. It makes them want to work with you. Let's see, what else? Who else is there? Paul Harris. I can't say enough about him. If you don't have Art of Astonishment, go pick it up right now. Stop watching this. Go put it in your cart and buy it. I mean, every time I read through that book, you know, all 3 of them, I pick up something new. I think I just picked up something, I don't even remember the name of it. Oh, Las Vegas Sleeper. And if you like Strange Travelers, you'll like this. Strange Travelers is that packet trick that Blaine does. That was released by David Blaine and Paul Harris. Go figure. Strange Travelers, where you take 10 cards, count them out 10 cards, put them in somebody's hand, count out 10 cards over here. They think of one, they don't say it. That card vanishes and it appears over there in the other guy's hand. So it's nice. Las Vegas Sleeper is the impromptu version that it's ungimmicked. Kind of, you have 10 cards, they have 10 cards, 3 cards vanish from your pile and reappear in their pile. Very nice. Quick, easy, to the point. And the beauty about that one is that they just count up the 10 cards themselves, and you don't touch it. Makes it really nice. Let's see, and then probably in performing, Chris Angel and David Bland have both been very influential in me because I watch them and I see what they're doing and I try and figure out why what they're doing works so well with the people that they're doing with. And by the way, I'm just putting this one out there. If you see Chris Angel do something on TV and you automatically assume it's stooge, try to think the man has a little bit more credit than that. Give him a little bit more credit than that. He got Jay Sankey to work with him, and you know that Jay Sankey is not a fraud. Okay? He has Banachek working with him. Luke Jeremy is working with him. I mean, these are all people, you know, that have been doing this for their whole life, that don't use stooges, that don't, you know, plot out things like that. I mean, those are just 3 of the guys. I'm sure he's got plenty others behind the scenes. Same thing with David Blaine. Don't automatically assume. I mean, people assume that Blaine has more, you know, is more real than Chris Angel is. That's because Chris Angel's kind of doing the larger-than-life thing. The thing about them is that, this is something that I learned, is that David Blaine likes to go for a raw audience. That's what he goes for. He goes for the raw streets, you know, just that's what's going to go on, you know. And think about where he performs. He performs in New York City. He performs in New Orleans. Performs in Haiti. I mean, or Dominican Republic. I forget which one it was. But look at where he's performing. He's performing in places that have your standard person, that have your normal, everyday middle class working person. And that's something else that I learned, is that Blaine has people that go out and find the crowd for him. They perform, and then they see if the crowd is going to be good enough to get on film or not for David Blaine, and then he goes out. Chris Angel, on the other hand, does things a lot differently. Chris Angel performs in Las Vegas, the center of magic. Performs in a place that when you go there, you want to see a show. You expect to see things that are larger than life. Things that are huge and things that you wouldn't normally see anywhere else. That's why Chris Angel performs the way he does. It's not automatically stooge. Yeah, he does use stooges, but he doesn't. I don't believe for a second that he uses stooges for reactions. At that point, I don't believe that. I believe there's stooges in the audience, maybe to cover difficult angles or whatever. But that's. I don't believe for a second that he would completely stooge something. Okay, so that's just a little bit of your take on me. That's a little bit of what I've been doing. It's my history a little bit. And hopefully you'll be seeing me a lot from the future. It's my first podcast. I'm probably expecting another one within a month or so to see about what new effects are going to be coming out this year. You'll be seeing some with water bottles. You'll be seeing some with books, coins, your arm, knives, some good stuff. You'll be seeing some screwed up magic coming from me. So I hope you enjoyed this, and definitely just think about it. See what you got. Alright guys, catch you guys later.